And good morning. How are you today? It is Wednesday. We're in the middle of the week. Cooler today. Don't forget your jacket before you head out. It's 36 right now. We will just about double that to a high of 61 later. But we'll call this cold this morning. No other way around that. Now, also with that, we're going to have some patchy fog. So leave a little early, warm your car up, all those things that kind of slow you down, make you late on a Wednesday. So be ready for whatever the weather has to throw at you today. Again, cool. Make sure you're on that. A lot has happened over the last, 24, 48 hours with the nation. And I think most people would say they're kind of shocked or rocked by these stories about Dr. Seuss. And coming up at 8:30, we'll go a little deeper into this. As you look at this, the price of the books, I brought this up last night with a few posts, are skyrocketing for Dr. Seuss. $630 now on some of these books, $510. They're jumping as they're banned. And I want to say that, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that most people don't agree with the banning of this. But Candace and I dig into this a little bit deeper this morning at 8:30, so join us. Make sure to talk about that. And then another headline that grabbed everybody's attention yesterday would be the car wreck that happened near the border in California. And I think even without an investigation, I think most people are going to say it was probably filled with some form of illegal activity where it was illegal aliens. But 20, how many was it? I've heard two different numbers, anywhere from 25 to 28 people in one car. And from what I understand, you have to take out all the seats. And as you look at this picture, look at this. That comes from Fox News. Can you imagine 25 to 28 packed in that one vehicle? And, of course, at this point, they're saying about 13 people are dead. So that is some stories that we're working on to talk about this morning at 8:30. Join us. Love to have your input on that. We'll be doing that a little bit later on this morning. Good morning to Debbie Stewart. Hope you're doing well. Also, Donna Peebles, beautiful morning that God has given us. And it is a beautiful day that God did give us. Now, there are a few folks this morning we want to talk about that don't have power. That's a word that we don't like to say around here, isn't it, the P word? As we look at this, we go to Kemper County. There's about 20 people without power, and then you move over to Neshoba County, 64. And this is all going to be on Central Electric as we look at this. Here's where the issue is. You zoom in on this. This is going to be about where Ford's store is on Highway 16, right there at the Neshoba County line. And it stretches over just into Kemper County here. About 20 people in Kemper County. Most of this is going to be on Neshoba, just barely south of 16 and mostly north of 16 in these areas. So if you're waking up in this area without power this morning, that's a Central Electric. I do not know what has happened. I don't get a lot of updates on their end of what causes things, but that's where things are with Central Electric. If you're in that neck of the woods this morning, waking up and you don't have power and wondering what's going on. About 84 of you out there, so keep it in mind. As we turn to what the National Weather Service tells us this morning, let's get to talking about a little weather.
The carnage is coming to your town. The All-Star Monster Truck Tour. See the biggest and wildest monster trucks do battle on a huge course. Plus, see the monsters up close, enjoy the kids' fun zone, and take a ride on a real monster truck. Kids' tickets are just $10, and adults can save up to 60% on tickets. Don't wait. Earlier you buy, the more you save. Get your discounts by clicking here now.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Or we could talk about why not and the monster trucks coming to town. They are coming, so I do hope you'll get to see that. That's next weekend, and they have races coming up this weekend also. Practice runs Friday night and the actual race on Saturday night if you'll make it out to Wydot. But that's where that's going. As I mentioned, we do have fog this morning as we turn to look at this from the National Weather Service. 35 popping up in the Meridian area as we head for that high of about 61. As we look at this of temperatures, it's going to start back getting warmer again. We had a couple of days there of cooler weather, and we're going to get a little above average there for March as we start seeing those temps move back in. As always, and I'm warning you ahead of time, I don't think the cold snaps are over. We're going to have a little bit more of this before we make it to the May safe day is what we'll call that. but expect it. As we turn back and look at things on this date, the record high was set in 1951. It was 84 degrees. We're far from that at this moment. And the record low was 1980. I was, 11 years old at that time. And the record was set at 15 degrees. Woo, that was a chilly morning for us there back in there. Let's go to radar now and take a look at what's going on this morning and pull this up so everybody can get a glimpse of what's going on across the nation. As we do this, the storms that moved through Mississippi and Alabama through our area yesterday afternoon have now made it over to Georgia, around the Augusta area, Savannah, getting some light stuff, and moving up through the Carolinas there, some light rain, and up the eastern coast there, making its way out of the U.S. there. But as we go back closer to home, and as I mentioned, we do have some patchy fog this morning, so if you've got to go somewhere, make sure to leave 10, 15 minutes early. It'll come in spurts. It won't be all like it is sometimes where you can't see, but when you hit it, it'll be where you can't see good. So take a little extra time. As we look at North Mississippi up here in these areas here, we see that freezing fog advisory, and that's when you've got 28 degrees is what's causing that, and you mix that with fog, and that can freeze as it comes about. So up to the Memphis area from Greenwood north, just across that Tennessee line, they're going to have a little bit of that this morning. As we back out, let's look at some temperatures across the state of what we've got. As I said, Meridian, we go to 36 out at Keyfield. We go up to NAS Meridian. We've got 35 degrees. Up at Columbus Air Force Base, sitting at 33. And we go across the state here. We look at Tuscaloosa, a little warmer, 40. We go over to Vicksburg, 34, 35 in Jackson. So that's kind of a snapshot of the state. The further north that you go into Tennessee, a little bit chillier there. As we look around the Nashville area, 34 this morning. So y'all are cool as well there. Areas there in Tennessee. So that's what we're expecting. Now, let's look at our 7-day forecast of what we've got that is coming up. We've got a few of those. Let's stretch it out and so you can see this. As we said today, 62. We'll get warmer tomorrow with a high of 69. Not bad weather, is it? And we'll remain in the mid to upper 60s all the way through next Tuesday before we hit 72. Now, we do have rain chances that are going to be moving in on Friday, but they are forever more slight. Might get a quick shower and it go on. This won't be one of those rainy days that last all day. As we look through temperatures into March, let's just see what's going on as the outlook forward goes. It looks like we'll start seeing 70-degree weather, as we saw on that map a minute ago, where it's warming up. 76 will hit us about on the 10th. 70, we'll have 3 or 4 days there of high 70s, and then kind of even out into the mid-60s there through the 17th. So warmer weather is on the way for us as we move into March. But again, I warn you, we'll have a cold snap. No matter these forecasts always change. You know how they can change in a 24-hour period. But that's a snapshot of what's coming on down the road. And with that, well, we all know what happens. The warmer it gets, the more rain that has hit things, it makes your grass grow a little bit. And, well, that's where you need to see Freeman Tractor. And they're on Highway 494. Turn left there at the fire department off of 19. It'll lead you there. You can go by and see Cole or Buttermilk, and they'll show you the mowers that they've got in this year. Exmark mowers starting as low as $29.99. If yours is just on its last leg and you need another mower, go by and see them. I've got an Exmark myself. They do very well. Cut a lot of grass. They're fast and get around easy. Of course, they also carry the Skag mowers, another great mower that are easy to change your blades on. You'll like those. Handy. Of course, different styles and that you can choose from there, from Cheetahs to Tiger 2s. You'll like those. Go for a test drive on one of those. And if you've got a lot of work to do around the farm, need a cab closed, they've got those for you there. Also, the LS tractors, and of course, the bush hogs that you can put on the front of your tractor to push down those weeds where you don't have to back into everything. The older I get, the harder it is to turn back around and back into things. That makes it easier there. You can just set that hog down on top of it and get it. You'll like that. As we go through this, of course, if you need a standard bat wing, they've got plenty of those bush hogs, 5-6 foot hogs that put behind your tractor there, and of course discs, blades, whatever you're doing around the yard there, and of course forks for the front of it. And they also carry benches. These come with, you can get it equipped. That's the 1000 there. You can get that with air conditioning. Or if it turns cool like it is this morning, you have heat in that. Talk to them. They'll order you one there. Of course, they've got a complete section of the 550s and 750s benches. Financing is available. See them there. You can find it all at Freeman Tractor at 626-8759. As I said, see Cole or Buttermilk, and they'll help you there. A great service department to back everything up when you need it there. Today is Wednesday. Can you believe that? We're in the middle of the week as we head toward Friday, so the week is flying by us already. Want to say good morning also to Tommy Ainsworth. Hope you're doing well. Miss Sylvia Stewart is up. Good morning for Miss Barbara Fields. Hope you're doing fine this morning. Also, Cliff Gardner up, and Donna Roseman is up stirring a little bit today. I hope each of you have a great day. As I said, the rain is gone. It'll take a while after lunch before things really kind of clear up. It's going to be cloudy and 61 before it's over. But grab your jacket before you head out that door this morning so you'll be nice and warm and take care of everything. Again, thank you for joining. Join me and Candace beginning at 8:30 this morning. We'll go into all the news stories, what's going on, recap the weather. That's all at 8:30 bright and early. Hope you'll join me again. Share with a friend. Remember to follow so it'll give you updates when we go live, when weather is bad and all of that good stuff. Thank you for joining us this morning, and we'll be back here in just a little while with more at Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by